Hi, my name is Michelle, and I am going to be going through an IVF cycle. So I thought I would be documenting my whole process because I always wanted, before I started, I wish I would have had, if I could have followed somebody's process, their journey to see what they went through, what does the process look like, not only from like research, but also from someone's personal experience. So I thought I'm going to combine both, explain what IVF is, what the different stages are, and then actually document the different phases and just kind of take you along with me so that you would know just kind of what it's like, what to expect, what medications you take, when you take the medications, what they're like, what the syringes look like, what the needles look like, what the different over-the-counter stuff that you take, and then give you updates on mood swings and whatnot that I know are coming. So this first, I don't know if you call it episode, but this first video, I'm going to go over an overview of what IVF is, what the cycles are, and what each of the different phases are. So a little bit about me and how I got to the IVF cycle, or the IVF, the need to do IVF, is I thought I would only need to do IUI, and it worked. I have a son, he's 1.5 years right now, and my channel is full of videos, different activities that I've done with him, review toys, so you can watch those videos if you'd like. It took 5 tries of IUI, and he was born on the 5th try, and I was hoping that I would need to do 5 more and get up to 5 more and have another child, but that didn't happen. I actually did 6 more. They didn't work, and I just decided instead of just keep trying on IUI, I would move into IVF. Just seemed like the right thing for me to do because I'm 41 years old and it just gets harder and harder, and just issues with the pregnancy just go up. So I decided I'm going to do IVF. I am a single mom, so that's another reason why IVF seems like the right thing for me to do. So think of IVF as something that has 5 steps, okay? So this is kind of how I think of it. So this is a timeline. So the first phase is the pre-cycle testing. This is when you do the ultrasound, blood test to see different hormone levels, and then the doctors would kind of know what's going on. So one of the things too that happens is you take birth control pills, and I'm going to go into more details about each of the different steps or phases. Okay, phase 2 is the ovulation induction. This is when you take all of your shots. There's different blood tests that you take, all sorts of stuff that go on to induce ovulation, and that to create more eggs that will be ready to be fertilized. The third step is egg retrieval. So this is when you gave yourself the shots for about 2 weeks. You have hopefully quite a few eggs, or quite a few follicles, and you've kind of got them nice and juicy so that you have as many as you possibly can. You give yourself the trigger shot, and then they remove the eggs. So this is the egg removal or egg retrieval phase. The fourth phase is the embryo development. Okay. So basically, this is when they get all the eggs. So they've retrieved your eggs. They have inseminated all the eggs, and now they develop. What happens is usually they'll wait 5 days after they inseminate the eggs, and I'm opting for the option where they actually take a needle, they poke the egg and put the sperm in, and that increases your chances of the embryos getting fertilized. And then the last phase is the embryo transfer. And this is where you have an embryo that has is about 5 days old. They freeze it. You wait for a certain period of time, and then they transfer. It's what they're called. It's called embryo transfer. So when you first start IVF, you're going to meet with your doctor, and you'll go to the clinic. You'll meet the doctor, the nurses, the genetic counselors. And what they're gonna do is they're gonna give you your own personal protocol. So this is what a protocol looks like, where they actually break down the dates, the specific dates where you're gonna do certain things. So I've kind of numbered these so that you could see, for example, for me, the first phase is this top part. And then I'm gonna start the second phase, which is the ovulation induction. So here there's a list of all the different medication that you need to take. And then the egg retrieval part, that's right here, this phase 3. And then the embryo transfer is going to happen a little later. So this is what a protocol, just a typical protocol, looks like, with an explanation of the different medication that you're going to take and when you're going to take it. And they also list all the yellows is when the ultrasounds are, when you have to do the blood work. So I'm going to go over the different medication that was part of my protocol and what I needed to take and when. So this is my protocol, and this first phase right here, which is the pre-cycle testing, I have to take aspirin. So this is, I have to take 1 a day of the aspirin. I also have to take antibiotics, and you take 2 of these a day. So this is what they look like. So you do 2 antibiotics. I also have to take the birth control pills for 10 days. And this is the pre-cycle testing, this phase right here. I'm also very low on vitamin D, so I have to take vitamin D pills. I also have to take prenatal vitamins, and so they prescribe these, look like horse pills, but this is what they look like. And I also have to take thyroid medication as well, because my thyroid is completely way too high. Well, actually my TSH is very high. Yeah, hypothyroidism. So I need to be on thyroid medication. So this covers the kind of an overview of the IVF cycle. And the next video, I'm going to share with you what the initial consultation looks like, and then kind of go through all the different testing that I do, talk about the results, what they mean. Yeah, so stay tuned.